Lizzie if you're new to my channel, and today I'm going to share with you all about my first time ever to Sephoria, which was held at this Shrine Auditorium in Los Angeles this past Saturday and Sunday, September 7th and 8th, and today is Monday, and I hope to have this video up for you later this afternoon. And I am just so excited to share everything that occurred at Sephoria and my first impressions of this mega beauty convention. I had talked about it previously and how excited I was to go. It's the second year that Sephora has created this convention. Last year I did not attend, but my friend Susie from Instagram was like, oh my gosh, you should go. You get a ton of freebies and a swag bag at the end, and it's just really worth it. And since we're only like 4.5 hours drive from Los Angeles, I spoke to Dan, my husband, and he was like, yeah, we definitely should go, and you can go to that, and I'll get it for your birthday as a birthday gift for you from August. So that was so nice of him, and it was just a blast. So I did some vlog videos from there, so I'll post those after, my telling of the experience here in this video, and I'll post that. And then I probably was split up into two videos. This video explaining, what Sephoria was like and my experience, and then the second video will just be the VIP swag bags that we got at the end of the sessions, because it would just be a super long video otherwise if I combined it all. Because in this video I plan to show you all the freebies that we got from the booths at Sephoria. So this is not the swag bag at all. It's just everything that we managed to collect and accumulate from each booth. So that was, a ton, more than I expected, really. So let's start. I am pretty exhausted. I definitely took today off, Monday, since we drove back yesterday, and I knew there would just be so much still to do. I couldn't wait to go through all of the, goodies that we got and brought home, and I still have to unpack my bag. I still got up early this morning, so I had to do some errands, run to the post office, go grocery shopping, and yet I still have a ton of other stuff to do. I have to unpack, and I'm posting stuff that I plan to sell on Mercari. So if you want to check out any of these items, you can go to my Mercari page, which is linked in my YouTube profile. So if you wanted to check that out and purchase anything, and then you can also use the link down below if it's your first time ever shopping on Mercari, to get some money off your first purchase. So that's really a nice little perk for first time users. So let's just start. My experience at Sephoria was I just didn't know what to expect, because I'd never been to a beauty con or anything like that before. And my friend Susie and her friends that she introduced me to, they were all attending the general admission, which was a little bit later. General admission got let in an hour later, but VIPs were an hour earlier. So I was just all alone, going to session one, but it was a really great experience. You just go to the auditorium, wait in line, blah, 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 go through security, and then you enter, and it's just like this huge space just filled with booths and booths going down of each brand. So like right off the bat was Natasha Denona, and then I think there was like Fresh Beauty, NARS, Huda Beauty, Laura Mercier, La Mer. There was just booth after booth, and then they have them sectioned off, and there's just so many booths to see. It was 2 floors. So also at Sephoria you could sign up for these master classes as well. So they have pro makeup artists like Natasha Denona, Patrick Ta. I don't know if he actually did no, I don't think he did a masterclass, but anyway, there was all sorts of masterclasses you could sign up for, as well as beauty treatments that you could sign up for as well. The first session was just very overwhelming. I did not even go to the masterclass that I signed up for, or I was supposed to get lashes from Sephora put on, but I didn't even attend those because I was just like, I need to hit up every booth, grab as much as I can, and all the sales reps are super nice. They just like explain the products to you, especially any new releases they were having, and just like really were promoting their products and would give you the free samples. And some of the samples were like, dinky little foil packets, but some were like really good size, deluxe size, travel size items, as well as like maybe some little, you know, other items like a makeup bag, a tote bag, just all sorts of stuff. So you'll see that in the second half of the video. I'll try to put a timestamp where that starts if you just are interested in the goodies. And it was just so much to see, so much to do. And each booth might have like these little cute photo ops, so that was really fun, and Instagram pics and everything. So I posted some of the pictures on my Instagram if you want to follow me there and check those out. It's Hazel83, the same as my YouTube username. And then I was glad that I got the VIP early. I highly recommend spending that extra money for the VIP tickets because you have, you know, that whole hour before general admission, and a lot of the booths, you know, did run out like pretty quickly after general admission people were let in. So it is, you know, good to get VIP, and the swag bag is supposed to be a lot higher value than the general admission swag bag, so I just figured that was worth it. I sell on Mercari, you know, whatever I don't want or need for myself, I'll go ahead and just relist there and try to get some of my money back for the tickets. So I think that is a really smart way to go about it. But yeah, the VIP, right off the bat, I hit up Natasha Denona, and they had her new palettes out, the Metropolis 28 pan palette and the mini gold palette, the 5 pan, and they were giving out like stacks of her eyeshadow singles. So I was like, the guy just gave me a stack of 4 eyeshadows, and I was like, oh my gosh, really? So that was really exciting to get that first off. And then I noticed later, probably like after general admission were let in a couple hours, they reduced the stack from 4 to only 2 shadows that they were giving out. And then I tried to go back later in that same session, and they were completely out. So I was like, oh wow. So I was like, okay, well maybe by the second session they'll have them again. But no, the second session they did not have any more. So that was kind of not very prepared of them to just suddenly be out after like a couple hours in the first session. So I feel bad for those attending sessions 2, 3, and 4 that they weren't getting any eyeshadows from her. Same with Herbivore. They were giving out this huge tote with like their facial oil trio and some of the deluxe size samples of the bakuchiol oil and prism oil. And luckily though, they prepared where they had a certain number that they gave out within each session. So even though they might have sold out of the tote later in session 1, when I went back for session 2, they had it again. So I got a second tote. Some of the stands were kind of dinky little foil samples or nothing at all, which, you know, I just feel like if you're having a booth at Sephoria, you should be giving out something, you know, not like huge or a lot, but, you know, at least something, because that's the point. And you want people to buy your products and everything, so why wouldn't you like hand out stuff? So I guess Sol de Janeiro only had the little cardboard foil samples of their Boom Boom cream. It wasn't even the Boom Boom cream, it was the Copacabana or whatever cream, so that was kind of disappointing. And Briogeo had their new honey bear mask, but they didn't even have a sample of it. It was just like, oh, here's our new mask, you can smell it, and here's some honey that you can eat and sample, but nothing, like no samples or anything to give out. So some of them were really good, like Lord Jones, the new CBD skincare oil. They had tons of sets that they were just handing out freely. Like, you know, I went multiple times to that booth and they just didn't care or giving me samples. They have this game room section that was really fun and interactive with Kaja, Nude Sticks, Melt Cosmetics, and Summer Fridays. So you could play these games and you could get a full-size item if you win, or just, you know, samples if you didn't win, or they always had like some kind of prize that they at least gave you if you didn't win. So that was very nice. You know, there were some perfume stands that just had the little samples. I wish they had the deluxe size samples, which was kind of disappointing, but, you know, they had some samples of that. Fresh had the little foil samples of their soy face cleanser, as well as the new strawberry one. And we got to meet Ingrid Nicholson. I think that's her last name. She's so cute and adorable. And so the first like 25 got her new full-size blackberry fresh sugar treatment lip balm. So we were like the first in line, so we got one of those. Jared Bladino was at the Too Faced booth doing meet and greets. We got in line for that because they were giving out like a full-size Damn Girl mascara, but the line was, we weren't even that far back. We were like maybe 20, 30 in line, but it was not moving. Like, people were taking forever with the photo pics, and we were just like, okay, forget it. We're just gonna keep going and move on, because it just wasn't worth it, in our opinion, to wait in line when we could be hitting up these other booths for other samples. So that was too bad. They had Becca, Tarte, Diva Curl, Amika, Living Proof. All of these booths were there. They had Makeup Forever, Fenty. Fenty wasn't giving out any samples, unfortunately, but they also had their new holiday lip balm, lip gloss set that they were selling in the Sephora store. So they had a bunch of new releases that were being sold at the Sephora store there. So they had like the new Natasha Denona palettes, the new Too Faced holiday palette that's coming out. I was pretty good and only got the Fenty gloss bomb set because I really like the shades in that. And Laneige had a couple of limited edition flavors that were exclusive to Sephoria, so I picked up one of those, and you could customize it with like a different colored cap and a sticker and everything, so that was cute. So I picked up the flavor Mint Choco. They also had one sweet candy, but that sold out, unfortunately. I wanted to try that one. So those were the only two items that I bought, but as a VIP member, they give you a $20 gift card right in the beginning of the line, so you could use that in the store to purchase these items. I think they said, at first they said it was exclusive just to purchase in Sephoria, but then the person passing out the gift cards was saying, no, you could use it online or anything, but we weren't sure, and I was just like, well, let me just use them now because I don't want to get home and not be able to use it. So I bought just those two things, but I was so surprised how many bags of goodies, freebies that I was able to bring home. Aside from the swag bag at the end of each session, I brought home a total of 6 bags full of freebies. You'll see it all laid out on my bed. I organized all of it last night. It was so exciting to go through all of that, but I still have the swag bags to go through. So that is another thing I have to do later today, and hopefully film to get that up for you. But yeah, session 2, we did go to the master classes. We went to Glow Recipe, and the co-founders for that were just so sweet and beautiful, and talking about Korean skincare and how they created their line and all the products that they have in their brand. That was very nice. And they gave out a couple samples of their eye cream, the new avocado eye cream, and their watermelon sleeping mask. That was the first product that they launched. Nikki Tutorials was interesting. She's super funny and very like personable and just like quite a character. But I felt like her class wasn't really that informative. It was like she was doing makeup on a model, but you didn't really, I feel like she was kind of distracted or didn't really know what to say or anything, because she wasn't really telling us what she was doing to the model or how she was applying the makeup, and you couldn't really see that well what she was doing. And it was basically just like questions and stories that she was talking about while she was applying the makeup, so we didn't really see what she was doing. So that was kind of just whatever. But she did give out her favorite Marc Jacobs full-size lip gloss, so that was nice to get that at the class. And then I had a 15-minute consult with Dr. Dennis Gross himself at his booth, and it was just so informative what he was telling me I should do for my skin, because I told him I have very oily skin and I have these breakouts along my jawline and chin, and I just don't know like what's causing them or how to get rid of them. And he was very just so nice and just so we wish he was nearby to be our skincare doctor, but he was just, wrote down everything and what you should use of his products and what steps you should use them in. And so I thought that was very helpful and nice class 15-minute little consult I had with him. And his booth was great. They gave out a lot of freebies too there. And it was just an overall, very positive and enjoyable experience. You're just surrounded by everybody that loves makeup, that is just happy to be there, that it it did get a little crowded. Like the first session after the general admission was let in, it was just like packed. It was, you did have to wait in line for a lot of the booths after that and wait and get the samples and everything. So that's why I highly recommend the VIP, because you do have that hour where it's less people to really hit up the booths that you want. So the second session was a lot better. Sorry, itch. The second session was a lot better, where I knew the layout. I knew which booths had, the good giveaway prizes. So I knew what to go hit up first and avoid the lines before general admission got let in. So I think the pharmacy, the Herbivore, I knew to hit up first because of the tote bag and the oil set and everything that you got right away. And then I knew to go hit up the game room next, because when we went session 1, there were long lines for that. So when we went second session, there was nobody in line, so we got to play the games right away and get our prizes and everything, so that was good. And then we had, the times later to go to the master classes and relax and be able to just kind of take our time hitting up the booths that we knew we wanted to go to a second time. So I'm going to post now some of the pictures we took, some of the little vlog videos I did inside Sephoria. It was pretty loud, and so I didn't do a lot of filming because I was just kind of self-conscious that people are going to be like, oh, look at her film and everything. Not like they care who I am or anything like that, but I was just like, oh, I don't know. So I'll post that right after this little spiel, and then I'll go through, like I said, everything in the freebie bags that I collected from each booth and, tally them up, do the little inventory I got to bring home with me. And like I said, everything will be on my Mercari if I don't need it or decide not to keep it. So you could check that out. If you want to subscribe to my channel, that would mean so much to me. I'm feeling so blah today because, I'm still tired and everything from the weekend. But I did use the new Pat Mcgrath foundation, and I really am liking it so far. I feel like it makes a very nice, natural, smooth canvas. I only use one pump, and it's very liquidy. And the way that she says to apply it is to just press it into your skin with your hand. So I actually did that because I didn't feel like wetting my beauty blender or digging out my foundation brush. So I'm very happy with the foundation and just the simple makeup look I kind of threw on just to film this video for you. So yeah, let's get into the vlog. And then after that, all the freebies I brought home with me in the car, which was actually better because a lot of my friends were like, oh my gosh, how am I going to fly back with all of this? And I need to buy another suitcase, or, I can't bring this on the plane or something. So it was actually better driving, so I could just fit everything in the trunk of the car. So let's go. Bye, guys. We are entering Sephoria, and it is very loud, but here we go. So I am here in Sephoria, and it is just beautiful, colorful, lots of makeup booths. I don't even know where to begin. I'm not too happy with my makeup look today, but I was just like, I have to go, and I'll have time to try and freshen it up later for session 2. All of my friends are doing the GA entrance, so they're coming in a little bit later. So I am the first one here, and I cannot wait to explore and see what it's gonna offer. Let's go. We have Natasha Denona, NARS, Huda Beauty, Laura Mercier, Venti, Drunk Elephant, Patrick Ta. Get it good.
I'm the garter of the show. Eye mask, because I am a sucker for a really good eye cream. I love doing a little massage at night to drain because I get very puffy. And you actually are going home with it in your pouches. So you can all try it tonight. It's just a personal indulgence for me, and I love retinol, but was always a little scared of using it because of the peely, and I have sensitive skin. So the fact that we got it to a place where it's great for the delicate eye area was a real win for us.
Okay, so I could not wait and finally got home and laid out all of my freebies from Sephoria 2019 on my bed. So I'm gonna do a quickish inventory of everything I got, and these, like I said, were all the freebies from the booths and the event itself, and not the swag bags yet. So those will be probably either later in this video or a separate video altogether, since it just might be too long. Let's start here in the first corner. This is the replica by Mason Margiela fragrance. They gave out some little cute shortbread cookies here with their logo label on it, as well as some samples of their new perfume, Whispers in the Library. So that was very cute. And these little notepads that just say like my goals and everything. So that was very cute. I got 2 samples of those. And then let's see, I got some Way products. The perfume here in Melrose Place. I got 1, 2, 3, 5 of those samples, and then they were giving out some little scrunchy tags. So the Way. Over here is the Sephoria House of Beauty water bottle that they were giving out to all the VIP members. I could have gotten 2 of those, but I didn't know they were giving them out, and I didn't get one in the first session, so that was too bad, but I did get 1. Here is an Herbivore tote bag that is like a very thick canvas, so that was very nice. They did include some stuff in each tote bag, but they did run out, I want to say probably within 2 hours of the event, so I managed to get one at each session. So in the tote bag they included this trio of their facial oils, so I got 2 of those since I got 2 of the bags. And they also included one of their deluxe size samples of the bakuchiol oil and one of the Prism. So I got 1 of each in each tote bag, and then when I went back again later in one of the sessions, since they were out of the tote bags, they were just giving out the samples of the deluxe size of those free. So I have 3 of those. Here is the Tom Ford Metalique fragrance sample. That was just a sample they were giving out, and they had a fun little photo booth where you could take your picture and just like look all metallic like the bottle itself. So that was interesting. I have a few of the Clean Reserve Solar Bloom fragrance samples, 3 of those. Gucci Gardenia Flora, I believe. Gorgeous Gardenia, 2 of these fragrance samples. They were introducing their new scent. I forget what it's called, but they only had a limited quantity, so I was not able to buy the full size yet there because they ran out, but they'll have the full size released in December, which smelled beautiful. It had like citrus notes and just very fresh and like florally, and that was nice. And here's just a pretty card that they gave out. I attended the master class in the second session for Glow Recipe. So the co-founders of Glow Recipe were doing like, sorry, I'm just moving here, doing a session explaining about their products and why they, you know, started the skincare brand. So that was very interesting. So each chair had a little cute pink mesh bag and a sample of their Glow Recipe watermelon sleeping mask, as well as their new avocado melt retinol eye sleeping mask. So I'm really excited to try that. So that was included. And the chairs in front of our row were all empty, so we actually got to get 2 of these bags since nobody was sitting in those chairs, so we got to take that. A couple of the Sweet Glow gummies they were giving out. This is just like a metal, or sorry, a iridescent little backpack Milk Makeup was giving out. This is a Charlotte Tilbury little makeup bag that they were giving out at her stand. Pharmacy was introducing their new cherry scented items. So this is like a little pin they were having. So I had 2 of those, plus a bunch of their Green Clean cleansing balms. They didn't have the new cherry scent in the sample size, but they did give me, let me see if I could get this, a sample of their Very Cherry Bright serum, which I was very happy to try, but they ran out of that pretty fast, so they didn't have any more after the first session, so that was too bad. The Dr. Dennis Gross had a really fun activity where they had a bunch of boxes on the wall and you just chose one and it might have something in it, and if it didn't, they would still give you this new resurfacing liquid peel. So if you didn't want anything in the box, you got one of these anyway. I have 3 of them, but I went 3 times, and so only one of the boxes I chose was empty, so I got one of those as a consolation prize. But then the other 2 boxes I did pick had, one of them had this prize, which was the Alpha Beta peeling pads, which I love. I got this in one of the other boxes that I won, as well as, let's see here, these samples here of the Alpha Beta Exfoliating Moisturizer. So these 3, plus this oil-free moisture cushion, and like I said, this little duo, were all in one box that I had picked and won. And then I had a little 15-minute consultation with him, actually Dr. Dennis Gross. He was there in the second session, and he would go over your skincare concerns and needs. And so after that little consult, they gave me another one of these boxes of the peeling pads and another one of these power peel boxes. I don't know where the third one came from, but I have that somehow. Let's see. Oh, Fresh Sugar. They were really introducing their strawberry sugar scrub, which was just a really cute display, and as well as this new lip treatment in the shade, I think it's the blackberry shade, I'm not sure, but basically the first 25 in line got to meet Ingrid Nilsson, the co-founder or founder of the brand, and she was just so cute and beautiful and very young looking. So the first 25 in line got this full size free, so I got one. We were like the first ones in line, but earlier I had thought they were, giving them out as samples because they had them on display. So I took 2, and apparently they weren't, but I managed to still get 2 of them. So oops, but yeah, other people were taking them too, so that's why I thought they were giving them out. Natasha Denona's booth was right in the beginning, and so I hit that up right as I entered session 1, and they were introducing her new 28-pan Metropolis palette, as well as the Mini Gold palette, which is the 5-pan. And the guy was giving out just like a stack of her shadow singles. So he gave me 4, which I was like, wow, okay. That was my first time, getting anything from a booth. So I was like, oh, that's so awesome. So I got Golden Beige, Aura, True Gold, Oxide. I noticed a couple hours later, after general admission were let in, that they reduced the size from 4 shadows to just 2. And then I tried to go back for more, and they had said that they ran out. So I was like, okay, that's too bad, but maybe, they'll restock and replenish them in session 2. So I went back in session 2, and no, they did not. So I was like, oh my gosh, how can you just give all of them out, within the first couple hours and not like have any more? So that was kind of, didn't seem like they prepared very well. Let's move up here. Sorry, I'm sitting on something plasticky. So after the pharmacy, I don't want to mess everything up here, but I don't want to make you motion sickness. So Lord Jones, which is kind of a newer skincare brand at Sephora that has CBD oil and everything in their products, they were very generous, and pretty much every time you went there, they would give you one of these little boxes. So I have 6 of them. They all have the same products in it, despite the colors, which has the high CBD formula body lotion, the royal oil, and an old-fashioned gumdrop, but the gumdrops do not contain CBD, even though if you buy them on Sephora or online, they do contain CBD, but they could not put them in the gumdrops themselves. So I got 6 of these boxes, which is very generous of them. Kaja was having, they were part of the game room experience, so a bunch of brands had some fun games you can play to win prizes, and they had like the claw machines. Some of them had the eyeshadow stacks, but unfortunately I didn't win any of those. So as well, they also had these cute little heart sunglasses in there as well. I didn't win anything in the claw machine, but it didn't matter because they would still give you a pair of the sunglasses as, you know, just consolation prize. This is just a little pink scrunchie from Huda Beauty. They weren't giving away anything else but the scrunchies. This is the Sephoria little plastic wine glass that you would get with your drink ticket for VIP, so we just took that home as a souvenir. Summer Friday was also in the game room, so they would give you this like little tote of theirs, and you spun a wheel and you would get whatever prize it landed on. One of them was you pick, and it was just like out of the foil samples, so I picked the new Exfoliating overtime mask, so I wanted to try that. And then I went back, you know, another time, and I did get, I think it's the mini size, but, you know, still a full-size product of the Summer Fridays jet lag mask, so that was a nice prize to win for free. Bite Beauty just had this little green plastic baggie that they were giving out. Tarte was giving out some foundation foil packets at their booth, and they were also giving out the moisturizer, so I got 2 of those. Becca was giving out a deluxe size sample of their Hydra Mist setting powder, so I had 1 of those. Oh, also from Fresh, besides the blackberry sugar scrub lips, I got a bunch of their soy face cleansers, which was 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of those, as well as the strawberry one, 6 of those as well. So 6 and 6 of each. Then at Laneige, I got these little samples of the lip sleeping mask, as well as their toner and moisturizer. So I got 5 of those. Innisfree is a new Korean brand that just launched at Sephora, so they had a booth there. So they were giving out this intensive hydrating serum with green tea seed. So 2 of those, as well as their pore clearing clay mask with super volcanic clusters, which that sounds interesting. So 2 of those, and the youth enriched cream with orchid. So tried that Korean skincare. Diva Curl had these like little pouches that they were giving out and filling up with their hair products. So they gave me a texture and volume sample, a melt into moisture matcha butter conditioning mask, these, looks like a shampoo and conditioner, 1 of each, and a high shine multi-benefit oil. So I love hair oil, so that was nice from them, even though I don't have curly or wavy hair. When you first enter Sephora, somebody gives you this little mirror thing, so we got 1 each time we went. Amika gave out this volume and matte texture spray, so I have 2 of those, as well as a dry shampoo. Sephora brand itself was giving out this cleansing gel. Sol de Janeiro was really disappointing. It was basically just for photo ops, and they didn't even have the deluxe sizes of their Boom Boom cream or anything. It was just these little, you know, foil samples of their Coco Cabana cream, which supposedly they reformulated so it doesn't smell like buttered popcorn, but I don't know if I believe that, so I thought that was pretty disappointing anyway. The Sephora Lash Craft Lengthened Volume Mascara they were handing out. This actually was from the Beauty Insider VIP event Saturday night that I was Susie's +1. So at that event they gave out this cute little beanie hat, which was nice of them, and this little Sephora Beauty Insider hair headband that you could pull your hair back when you do your makeup, so that was cute. Lawless Beauty was giving out deluxe size samples of the Seal the Deal Loose Setting Powder. I hadn't known they were giving anything out until the second session, so that's why I only have one. Melt Cosmetics was in the game room where they had like a Plinko game set up, so you just drop the ball and whatever it landed in, you would get that prize, and it's 2 lipsticks, so that was really nice. Well, I played twice, so that's why I have 2. Nude Sticks had the claw game as well, so I managed to win one of those, and this is one of their magnetic matte eye colors in the shade Army, and I love anything green, so I'm excited that I got that shade. Oh, so Nikki Tutorials was the second masterclass I went to, and she is the new, I don't know, creative makeup artist or something with Marc Jacobs. So on every chair was a full-size enamored high shine lip gloss in one of her favorite shades, which is Cream and Sugar. So that was nice to get a full-size product at that class. We weren't sure if all the master classes were giving out anything, so it was nice that the 2 I did end up going to did have a nice little gift at each class. I was signed up for the Natasha Denona one for the first session, but I just ended up skipping it, and because I was just in a rush to try and grab as many freebies as I could, and they didn't give out anything anyway, so I was like, yeah, okay. Living Proof was very generous, so they have these like metallic envelope pouches, and so we went twice, of course, and they just let you pretty much fill up each pouch with, you know, not like, you don't want to be greedy, but the first time we went, the guy was very nice, and he's like, yeah, take 2 of this, 2 of this, 2 of this. So basically, and then the second time I just took 1 of each when I went back. So I have 3 of the triple detox shampoos, 3 of the in shower styler, 3 of the perfecting spray, 3 of the styling treatment, 5-in-1 styling treatment, and 3 of the nourishing styling cream. So that was very generous. NARS just had a little pocket mirror, but that's a cute little sparkly pouch that it came in. Youth to the People gave out these little stickers, which is cute. Find the power within, and their new kombucha exfoliation power toner. So they were nice, and so I got 4 of those deluxe size samples when I went. Tatcha was giving out their new Silk Peony Melting Eye Cream, so I hit that up 3 times. I got 3 samples. Ilia was having their Liquid Light Serum Highlighter, so I got 2 of those. La Mer had a pretty long line, so, and you know, they're so expensive, so they were only giving out 1 sample each time you went. The first time I got the Moisturizing Soft Lotion, and then the second time I got their Moisturizing Cool Gel Cream. Drunk Elephant had this little screen thing where it asked you, you know, what you were looking for in your skincare. So they gave you this neon little crossbody bag, which is super cute, and then it would pick the 2 products they would recommend for the skincare or skin regimen that you were looking to accomplish. And so I chose 2 different ones each time I went to get different products. The first one was the Virgin Marula Luxury Facial Oil and the TLC Framboise Night Serum. And then the second time I got the A Passione Retinol Cream and the B Hydra Hydration Serum. There was one brand, that Spiked Seltzer, that was giving out these little drink koozies, whatever. And then Makeup Forever had a secret password. So if you said the secret password to them, they would give you this goodie bag full of deluxe size samples, which was really awesome. One of their eyeshadows, this one is I544, a little sticker, a nice little mirror, one of their skin boosters, is this the primer? Yeah, hydrating primer, smoothing primer, a little mini size of their Aqua XL color paint, which is the liquid eyeshadow in I-50. I love those. And then 2 of their eyeliners. This one is in Wherever Walnut and Worldly Mauve. So yeah, I think you know, considering this was just the freebies I managed to haul from each booth, I did a pretty good job, and I'm very excited to have all of this. And I love taking inventory. And I just can't believe this is not even including the VIP bags. So I will film that next and show you what was included in the VIP swag bags that they gave you at the end of the event. Thanks, guys.